Today we're looking at people who went from friends to frenemies.
I'm about to tell y'all why me and my close friend of like 4 years cut each other off cold turkey.
Oh, go on, tell us.
Last week. This. Y'all, 2 weeks ahead of time, we made plans to spend the day on a lazy river that's downtown my area and go out that same night. 2 weeks prior, right? She live an hour away. You know, we got some distance, so we gotta plan this. So we made the plans or whatever. Cool, everything's set in stone. I texted her the day before, and I said, "Are you planning on spending the night? Cause you know we spending the whole day together. We're gonna go out. We're gonna probably have a good time. It's gonna be late. Do you want to spend the night?" She texted me back. She said, "Oh, I have plans, boo."
Oh, hell no. That is bad, isn't it? The fact that they made plans 2 weeks in advance and then the night of, basically, she's like, "I have plans for tomorrow." Yeah, plans with me. Like, I've been in situations where I've meant to meet up with people and then like an hour beforehand they've bailed. If you've got a genuine reason, that's fine, that's understandable. 9 times out of 10 they don't. They've just got other plans with other people they care more about.
Boo. Huh? I thought we had plans.
You did.
So I texted her back. I'm like, "Oh, I thought we..." And she was like, "Oh, I mixed up the days. Let me like sort it out." And I was like, "Okay, like I get it. Like, are we still good though?" And she's like,
"No."
So now it's the day of. She's supposed to be in my house at 12 o'clock. It's about 11, an hour before. So me, I'm up, I'm ready to go. I packed the bag, got us some drinks, got us towels, got us tubes, everything we need for the day. She texts me, she's like, "Oh, I just woke up. I'm super sick." I sense a lie.
People need to get better at excuses. Like, I've heard some really, really bad excuses in the past. And the most common one is that I'm sick. It's kind of if you fake calling sick to work. You know, you might get that day off, but then whenever there's a day that you're actually genuinely sick, they're not going to let you call in sick. Eventually, all these lies will bite you in the bum.
I know you're lying. But you know what? I just don't have the energy. So I just said, "Okay, feel better." Whatever. As the day progresses, she is shamelessly posting all on her story. She out, she drinking, she having a good time, she hanging out with her friends, she getting lit.
But I thought she was sick.
Shamelessly.
But yet again, isn't she meant to be really sick to the point where she can't come and meet you? And that right there is why you have to be careful whenever it comes to people like that. You know, it's the fact that she's lied to you saying that she can't come meet you yet she's out with other people. Like, make it make sense.
So I'm looking at the story like, I thought you was sick as a dog. Couldn't make it to these plans we planned 2 weeks ago that you confirmed last night. Okay. So I comment on her story and I'm like, "Girl, I knew you were lying." And she said, "Oh, I just wasn't feeling good about my body. I didn't want to."
Oh yeah, more excuses.
Ew. Anyways, what? Like, I said, so say that. You literally could have said that.
Yeah, so she's lied and now she's caught herself in a lie.
I'm feeling bad. "Oh, she's so sick." Trying to feel bad because I know you lying in the first place. You could have just said that, you know what I mean?
Also, where were you going again? Weren't you going to like a lakeside? Maybe I'm just thinking it's up in the mountains, but surely there isn't people up in the mountains. This girl is pulling every single lie out of the book. But it also doesn't make any sense because if you're insecure about your body, you're probably in a tight dress on a night out with your friends. So you've lied about being sick, you've lied about being insecure. What you can lie about next? And pretend you left your purse at home.
Her response to me saying just say that, off the charts. She responds to me and says, "Girl, I know you're not talking.
Oh.
It doesn't matter what my reason was. The outcome's still the same." Oh my God. And I'm telling you, me and this girl have never had an issue. Our friendship has just been friendship. We've never had a falling out. We've never had an argument. We've never had an issue. We've always been cool as. I'm trying to figure out
This came out of nowhere.
this bad vibe is coming from. I don't get it.
Could it maybe be because she's with other people? Because I've also experienced that. You're out with a friend and then other people are around them, but they like them or they want something that they've got, kind of jealous of them, so they put you down. Is that maybe what's going on? Maybe she's trying to look good in front of these other friends.
So I don't even respond because, you know what? I have to choose peace. I really do, because I'm at the point of my life where if I choose violence, it will quite literally be violence. You know what I mean? So I just never responded. I said, I don't know what's going on with her. I'm going to leave it be. I never responded. About a week later, she texted me. She said, are we beefing? Are we beefing right now?
No, the person with beef is you.
No, we don't have beef. I just don't feel like being friends with somebody who is getting super sassy and defensive after blatantly lying to me.
The only person here who has beef is her with you. You asked normal questions, you know, like, why did you lie? Why are you out with people when you lied to me? And she had a complete meltdown at you. So the only person who's got beef is her, and it's one-sided.
Her response was something along the lines of like, it doesn't matter if you're my friend, my family, my man. I don't have to tell you nothing. I don't have to tell you no reason as to why I don't want to do something.
That's fine,
That's just
but
how
don't
I
make
feel.
plans 2
I don't
weeks
owe
prior.
nobody nothing. I don't. What's that little violin? Boo. Who? I don't. At this point. Ugh.
But what does that even mean? She doesn't have to tell anyone anything. You two made plans together and you said okay to it, and then the day of, you basically bailing her. Like, I feel like you probably should explain yourself.
So I said, oh, okay, if that's how you feel, then this surely is the best decision for this friendship. Because actually, to have a relationship with somebody, you have to owe them the respect of,
and you have to trust
being
them.
honest and upfront, maybe. You're like, what? Well, I surely think this is the best decision then. Because you actually just lied. Like, blatantly lied to me.
Twice.
And then shamelessly posted that you, in fact, were lying all over your story for me to see.
And then had to go with you about it.
And now you're upset that I'm upset.
Exactly, like, it literally doesn't make any sense. It's like she does something to you and then tries to gaslight you. If these people are like this in friendships, imagine what they're like in relationships. Proper psychos.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That sounds like actually you're gaslighting me. Okay, so.
Because she is.
Her last response to me was, well, you gave that man this many chances and you can't even give it to your friend? Oh my goodness. You know,
yet again, wet nights and stuff to use against you.
That's the reason I'm not allowing people to treat me this way anymore. Does that make sense to you? It makes sense to me. Because I gave that person so many chances after disrespecting me, why would I continue to let everybody get chances to disrespect me?
Also, notice how she's using that to use against you. She's weaponizing something you went through to then have a go at you about. This ex-friend really was a nut job.
I learned my lesson. Apparently I needed to stop being friends with your ass. Oh my god, I can't. And she probably will see this. Girl, f you.
Good. I hope she sees
Truly,
it.
seriously, f you. That was an asshole ass move. And I love you, girl, but f you.
Yeah, so what we learned from that is basically if a friend continually lies to you and then has a go at you about their lies and they're a psychopath, stay away from them. That was a narcissistic friend. I mean, I think she was a bit more than a narcissist. They made plans 2 weeks prior and then she apparently forgot about it a few days beforehand. And then the day of, she said she was sick, but she wasn't actually sick, she was out with people. All this girl done was lie and lie and lie. No, because I had a friendship with absolutely no difficulties, just sunshine and rainbows, until one misunderstanding led us to never talking again. I realised it's best to argue early on. It kind of makes you think, why was the friendship so perfect? Maybe you were being genuine, but that person wasn't being genuine. It's like, it's completely normal to argue with friends. I argue with my friends all the time, like they always piss me off. However, if you went 4 years with absolutely no argument, you know, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, it doesn't seem real. That girl ain't normal. She definitely has some secret animosity towards you. The same BS happened to me. What about her would she be jealous of? Is it maybe because she got out of that relationship with her partner and that girl might be in a similar situation? That just seemed a bit weird. It felt like that friend was like a pick and mix bag. You don't know what type of reaction you're gonna get.
I will never forget when one of my girlfriends found out I was a beauty content creator, and she showed her support by sending me such a cute, sweet little message. She's so silly and quirky. Over a year ago, I started to create content here on TikTok, and my one friend, bless her heart, didn't want me to get my hopes up. She wanted to remind me that I could easily fail. At this point, I had about 10K followers here on TikTok, and she wanted to make sure that I was ready to crash and burn. So what did she say to me? She sent me a message at 2 in the morning, and she said, and I quote, "I see you with your social media, miss trying to be an influencer. That's so cute. Just don't be upset if it doesn't work work out how you plan it to. That's not even the best part. Do you guys want to hear the
At
best
2
part? She
a.m.?
said, I really don't know if this is for you. Honestly, I don't really think you have what it takes. Yeah. But it's cute to try. Ugh, love her. What does that even mean? I absolutely love when your friends are up at like 2 in the morning worrying about you failing, worrying about you so much to the point that they want to prepare you for failure before it even comes. Are you serious? Like, you're an amazing friend. This girl is a complete makeup and fashion girly, and she always told me how it was her dream to make content for beauty, but she never thought that she had what it takes. Like, her words exactly. And no, you guys, what she said to me was definitely not projection. It was just her being a good friend and making sure I didn't get disappointed. But the funniest part ever is that a week after she said this to me, she posted her first beauty TikTok, and it was just like a video I had posted with my exact same caption and hook. I really wish she could watch this video, but she blocked me. When my videos started to get attention, she blocked me, and I haven't heard from her since. Now, I didn't think I was harming anybody by making beauty content, but this girl was extremely triggered. So triggered that she couldn't stand to see me do fairly well for myself. You guys, when I first started content creating, my goal in mind wasn't to become famous. It was literally just making beauty content and something I love. A couple weeks later, I had found out that she sent one of my videos to one of like my distant friends, which is really random, and she was basically just making fun of me. I might have missed something, but I really don't know what there is to make fun of. Maybe she was making fun of me for the fact that I have collaborated with some of her dream brands, or maybe she was just making fun of the fact that I was ugly. I'm probably one of the most supportive friends out there. Like, when I see my friends doing something for themselves and they enjoy it, I am rooting you on. I'm rooting you on more than I'm rooting myself on. It's weird because when we were friends, and this is something I definitely should have noticed, but I just like brushed it off. But every time I would tell her one of my accomplishments, she would always just like give me the side eye and always try to humble me. You can't humble someone who's already humble. What's really unfortunate is that she's not the only friend I've lost after I started making content. And it's something I've never been able to understand. After I hit about like, I would say 80 or 90K, some of my friends really just stopped talking to me. They stopped reaching out to me. They stopped liking my posts on Instagram. I just want to let you guys know, like, if you're doing something that you love, it's really gonna piss a lot of people off. And a lot of people are gonna show their true colors. Anyway, you guys, that's my little story. Just be careful who you keep around you. Not everyone wants the best for you. Love you.
It's quite interesting how you kept her up until 2 a.m. for her to send that message. Like, you must have really got under her skin. You don't need toxic friendships to be successful. Honestly, it's probably best to have a toxic friendship like that. And I know that sounds a bit bad, but put it this way. She's had a friend who didn't believe in her and was jealous of her. It gives her fuel. If you're told by lots of people that you're not good enough and you won't ever make it, they'll make you want it more, which will make you work harder. Now, I feel bad for warning my friends about the ugly sides of content creation, but I told her to go for it anyways, but to keep some things in mind that I'll be her biggest hype girl. That's different to what that supposed friend was doing. What you're saying is keep doing it, but be careful. You're not saying to her that you're gonna fail and that you're rubbish like that other friend. People should be warned about it. You know, whenever you do put yourself online, you do put yourself in the spotlight. You know, it's not easy. There are certain people who can't take it. But that just is insane, isn't it? It's like the fact that you were doing what she wanted to do, but she hated that. And then she just blocks you out of nowhere. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, it does make sense. It's because they're jealous.
I will never forget the time I cut off I can't even call her a friend, but for story purposes, we're gonna call her a friend. I will never forget the time I cut off my friend because she celebrated her boyfriend's birthday.
Oh.
Before you say, Bree, that sounds insane, please listen to the story and understand.
Okay, let's listen.
You would have cut her off a long time ago. So I had a friend, she was in a toxic relationship, but it was like past toxic. We're not gonna get into detail just for her privacy, but
yeah, nasty relationship.
Anyway, her birthday comes up, right? She's really excited about it, as she should be. And I just find it so funny that that day they got into an argument and he left the house for the entire day.
Ooh.
Or like towards that evening when she was entering her birthday. He left, he was not speaking to her, nothing. She hits me up and she's really upset about it. He's not speaking to me, hasn't said anything, like it's my birthday. How could he leave me in the house?
I mean, put it this way, if he's a nasty boyfriend, he's probably done that just to upset you. He knows that it's your birthday, but he wants to ruin it.
So I'm like, you know what? I was working all day that day, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to surprise her with like balloons. I'm going to get her champagne. I'm going to get her stuff so like we can do hookah. And I ordered her some food. So obviously when you're upset, you're going on and on about it. And she couldn't stop. It was like word vomit. She just kept talking about the situation. And her other friend was there who did her makeup and stuff so she could take the pictures. And we're just trying to like, just uplift her spirits. Like, girl, forget him. Like, let me explain something to you. There's a lot of relationship advice that, you know, circles around the internet, and I understand it can get annoying, but one thing that will always remain true, how a man treats you on your birthday is how he feels about you. You get one day to celebrate the day God chose you as his special one.
And this man decides to basically ditch you in that one day. Exactly, drop him.
And he doesn't want to make you feel special. He hates you. Now back to the story. We're celebrating, you know, she's feeling better. You know, she got a little alcohol in her system. It's good. So the next day she FaceTimes me and she's like super excited. Like, oh my God, he dropped off like edible arrangements and he said he's sorry.
What?
And the crazy thing is, the fight wasn't even that crazy. Like, I can't remember what they were arguing over, but I promise you, it was nothing crazy that deserved my friend to basically have to not spend her birthday alone, but that's not how she wanted to spend it.
Yeah,
she wanted
upset.
to be with her man. So I'm like, she can tell I'm not really happy about the edible arrangements because it's like, okay, but where was he like?
What type of edible
last night?
arrangements? Are we
She
talking
doesn't really
about
want to get
cake?
into that, whatever. Now listen carefully. His birthday, they're about 3 weeks apart, their birthdays. And I tried to remind her, like, listen, do not celebrate that man's birthday. Don't get him anything, no card, no nothing. Because, like, I don't care what has been forgiven. If you celebrate that man's birthday, you have shown him all the reasons and ways he could actually get away with things.
And you look like a
She's
mug.
like, no, girl, I promise you, like, I'm not celebrating his birthday. Like, I'm basically over him. You know that talk. His birthday comes.
And she
And at
celebrates
first, it didn't seem like she was there. So I'm like, okay, like, my girl is standing on business. Like, I'm so proud of her because we've been through this for like a year now. She ends up uploading a picture at the place that he celebrated his birthday at. That is the realization that I had in that moment. When I looked at that Instagram picture, she was far too gone. Like, I realized she was far too gone, and then I also had a realization for myself that I could not save her, no matter what. So she ended up reaching out to me, and she was just like, hey, like, I haven't heard from you. And, like, at that point, I had deleted her off of Instagram and everything. Like, I was just so, like, boiling
Irritated,
with anger.
yeah.
I just wanted the friendship to be done. So I explained to her, like, listen, you're not even in a space to have a genuine friendship because majority of our friendship was, like, me listening to her problems. So I basically told her, like, listen, you're not in a space to carry a healthy friendship, and that's where I am right now. You're too focused on a man that has shown you time and time again that he does not care about you. However, when you are in the space to actually have a good friendship and you finally leave him, you can always contact me. My DMs are always open, but right now, I don't see us growing as friends anymore. She left me on scene, and I never spoke to her again. I think it's important to realize that when someone is just far too gone and they're drowning in their own mess, you have to let them drown. Will we ever be friends again? Maybe, maybe not.
If
But
she gets rid of
is
that
my last
man.
straw, girl. On your birthday?
Sometimes you just gotta put yourself first. You know, if your friendship with her is starting to affect your life, that's an issue. I bet he picked a fight so he didn't have to do anything for her birthday. He probably purposely picked that fight knowing it was her birthday just so he could upset her. It seems like he's the type of guy to do that. Okay, so this person said hot take, you don't know their relationship and tend to only hear one side. It's sad to lose a friendship like this because it's probably when she needs you the most. And the creator said this is actually a very slow take. Look, I understand both sides of that, but put it this way, whenever your friend is in a not good relationship, it is difficult to deal with. You know, you're told everything 24/7. Sometimes you just don't want that negativity. You know, there's been times where people have had issues in their life and I've just said, you know, can I have a break? Just because it's constant. You know, you're having a good day and then you're told all this negativity about them. It's like, oh my god, well, what you do? You are friends with them. You want to take care of them. You want the best for them. However, whenever they don't listen to you and purposely choose the right decisions, you know, what can you really do? I had a friend like that and thankfully he has came back. You know, he's left that lifestyle. He definitely got into some things which weren't the best. But hopefully that girl eventually leaves that man and you can rekindle your friendship. No, because ladies in toxic relationships are a different breed. I had the same situation with a friend and the way I forced myself to back off, oh, I'm proud I did that. Sometimes it's just what you gotta do, you know, you gotta protect your own peace. And the thing is, whenever it comes to toxic relationships, you know, you can't get someone out of them. The only person who can leave a toxic relationship is that person. And in the back of your mind, you just constantly hope that they eventually will leave. Well, anyways, guys, that is some friends who turned into frenemies. It was seeming like a more fake friends, anyway, definitely will. Press bigger, subscribe, and see you all tomorrow for another video.